Tonight's scary video, brought to you by Devil Hour Productions, is not for the faint of heart. Imagine a place where the air is thick with the echoes of the past, and shadows seem to move on their own. This is where we're heading, to the eerie and ancient Arnold family farmhouse, built in 1736, now known as the Harrisville Farmhouse. It's a place that inspired the bone-chilling movie The Conjuring. But the real question that haunts us is, are the ghost stories and paranormal claims from the movie actually true? Well, our brave team of 4 young paranormal investigators are on a mission to find out. They're ready to face the unknown and uncover the secrets that lurk in the dark corners of the Harrisville Farmhouse. So grab some popcorn and your flashlight, and let's dive into the shadows together. Tonight, we will explore the truth behind these legends. Be sure to check out Devil Hour Productions' YouTube channel for more intense paranormal investigations like no other. Now turn off the lights, sit back, and get ready for a terrifying experience.
July 19th, 2013. The Hollywood film, The Conjuring, took the world by storm. A critically acclaimed horror film based on the haunting of the Harrisville farmhouse through the perspectives of the Perron family, including Ed and Lorraine Warren. Every investigator has heard about the Warrens. They are pioneers of the paranormal.
That's probably the worst thing we have in this whole museum. That Raggedy Ann doll was given to a nurse in 1970 by her mother as a Christmas present.
I have researched some of their cases, and one of them was the Harrisville farmhouse. The kind of activity they reported having there is what I would call next level.
So that we would then leave the house, evaluate our findings, and decide what it is we can do to help the family, if indeed there was anything that we could do to help them. In this case, I do not believe that any exorcism, any ritual of a religious nature, or anyone could ever clear that home of the very negative spirits which are involved in it. We have both human and inhuman spirits in this home, which are bringing about these destructive acts.
This farmhouse piqued my interest. Is this house truly that next level location? I really wanted to investigate the extraordinary claims of levitation, possession, apparitions, and physical attacks. At the time, however, the Harrisville farmhouse owner was not allowing investigations at the house. It wasn't until October 2019 I discovered that paranormal investigators Corey and Jennifer Heisen had purchased the property. This gave me hope of getting access to film a documentary at the infamous Harrisville farmhouse. I then told my friend Joe Vitale, who has over 20 years of experience investigating the paranormal and runs his own YouTube channel, Entity 7 Paranormal. He was wanting to investigate the property just as much as I did, so we agreed to film there together as soon as possible. I got in contact with the Heisens and they gave us permission and the dates we could film there. We were all set, except my team could not make it due to personal reasons, so we decided to gather a team of 4 paranormal YouTubers. Joe and I, Billy Cook from Paranormal Pursuit, and Eric Connor from Epic Paranormal TV. The day has finally come where we set foot on the Harrisville farmhouse property for the very first time. We wanted to uncover the real history and experiences of the house, so we interviewed Keith and Carl Johnson, the first paranormal investigators and demonologists to ever investigate the house. Next, we interviewed Corey Heisen, the current owner of the farmhouse, as well as John Huntington, also a paranormal investigator. He investigated the house the longest and lived there for 9 months with the Heisens as a caretaker. Lastly, Andrea Perrin was interviewed. She experienced this infamous haunting firsthand for 10 years on the property. Her story is the reason why we are here.
That kind of led you on a path that you finally were able to come to this house. What brought you to this house?
It was in the early 1970s, 1973 actually, and I was part of an organization, my brother and I, my brother Carl, were members of PIRO, based at Rhode Island College, Parapsychological Investigation and Research Organization. And as I said, there was no internet back then, so how do I get the word out that we do investigations free of charge? So I just illustrated a little ad myself, put it in a local newspaper, and it was 3 weeks later, to the day actually, that it was answered by Mrs. Carolyn Perrin in Harrisville, Rhode Island. And she said she had moved in a couple of years ago to a house that was built in 1736, and things were happening that were becoming very terrifying, downright terrifying. And she was wondering if we could come and check out her situation.
Logic tells you that something that is immaterial, that is a shadow, that's a mist, that's a wind that passes by you and lifts your hair, cannot really hurt you. I still feel threatened. I feel threatened.
As soon as we arrived on the property, we felt almost like a barrier. It was like a barrier when we stepped out of the car. The atmosphere was very different. I mean, a nice family, the Perrin family, very nice people, all-American family. Yet, the property and the house itself, you really felt that something was kind of wrong. It was like a very, very negative energy we sensed. And I believed it to not be a human spirit. I believed it to be an inhuman spirit, a demon, if you will.
Carolyn Perrin was most affected by this, whatever the house had. She would awaken with scratches on her arms and torso, and she was visibly shrinking. She was losing weight rapidly, so it was affecting her profoundly.
A coat hanger came down from the rack. I didn't bump it, I didn't touch it, I wasn't near it. I was bending over at the time. Came down off the rack and started pounding me on the head 6 or 8 times.
And we had seen things. We had seen my mother under attack in the closet downstairs off the bathroom, beaten inexplicably with a wooden coat hanger after stepping out of the shower, and she started screaming, and we all ran in to see what was wrong with Mom, including our neighbor that had stopped by with a cake, and she saw it too and never came back to the house. But, you know, my mother was attacked physically a number of times.
Have you met the parents?
Yes, we've been able to meet all the parents except for Carolyn. Carolyn refuses to come back up here. And there was a sister that passed away a few years ago, unfortunately, that we weren't able to meet. Yeah, they had them all up here a few months ago. And that was, you could tell, like, you can tell when somebody's been through something. And they had certainly been through something.
Mr. McEachern, who was a historian in his 90s, when we moved there, he came and introduced himself to my mother and our family. The spirit that was haunting my mother clearly had a broken neck, hanging literally off the side of her dress. And Mr. McEachern told my mother that it was Mrs. Arnold, and that a farmhand took her body down and moved her into the house so that she would be able to be buried in the family plot in the cemetery rather than being excluded because she had taken her own life.
Carolyn Perrin did have a very disturbing experience in her bedroom, where one morning, it was shortly after our first visit, it was about 5:15 in the morning, she woke up and there was something in her room. She smelled the scent of sulfur and decay mingled. There was something even fizzling for a moment on her dresser, some kind of light. But then she looked over and there's this, it's very difficult to describe what she saw. It was some kind of monstrosity and vaguely in the shape of a female apparition wearing a long gray dress, but the head was cocked to one side on the shoulder as if the neck had been broken. And it began chanting to her, "I'll drive you mad with fiery brooms. I'll drive you mad with death and gloom. I'll drive you out, but it will be too late. You'll be dead." And then it just leered at her and vanished.
A myth surrounds the Harrisville farmhouse involving Bathsheba Sherman. People claim she was a witch and a Satanist who murdered a baby with a sewing needle. Through research, however, this appears to be far from the truth.
Bathsheba Thayer Sherman Green was an actual historical person. She was a resident of Harrisville. She was a member of the Harrisville Baptist Church at the time of her life. She married Judson Sherman. They had a rather prosperous farm. And somehow, we don't know how, rumors started up about her years ago, quite a long time ago. She was accused of being a satanic witch and supposedly had killed a baby here, sacrificed it, made it look like an accident by impaling it with a sewing needle. And there's been a lot of research done on that, and there's been no actual historic evidence that that ever happened.
Before the Harrisville farmhouse was built, King Philip's War took place throughout Massachusetts and Rhode Island. From 1675 through 1678, the Narragansett and Wampanoag tribes fought a brutal war with the colonists. Thousands were left dead, villages were torched, women and children murdered and burned alive, leaving the farmhouse land possibly haunted.
It was actually Pyro who contacted the Warrens about the situation here. And we were here first and investigated and, of course, experienced quite a bit of activity here. And we sat down at our next meeting and said, I really, we were talking about how we should call in Ed and Lorraine Warren just to see what their take was. Actually, Lorraine Warren arranged something I personally would not recommend. She recommended that they arrange a seance, which took place right in this room, right where we're sitting now. And of course, Carolyn Perrin was going to be the conduit. She was the one that was going to communicate since the spirit was oppressing her. Lorraine thought perhaps this spirit, if they hold a seance, and they had another psychic medium here as well that was actually conducting the seance, and they hoped that this spirit would communicate through Carolyn Perrin and say what it wanted.
My father didn't want to have anything to do with it. He strenuously objected to the ritual going forward. It took Ed Warren and the priest quite a while to convince him that it was necessary. And then the medium started conjuring the spirits. That's where the name of the film came from. And in the process of doing that, she collapsed unconscious on the table. The table rose up. It came back down on the floor. My mother started howling like a banshee, started speaking in a language that does not exist on this earth. The chair that she was in raised up off the floor, and in a split second, she and the chair were tossed from the middle of the dining room into the middle of the parlor.
Literally thrown off the chair halfway across the room, wound up crumpled on the floor. To all appearances, she was dead. She wasn't showing any life signs at all. And of course, Roger ran over to revive her, and she did start breathing again. Meanwhile, Ed Warren advised him, you really shouldn't touch the possessed at this point. And that's where Roger lost it. He dismissed the Warrens very, very adamantly. He actually literally threw Ed out of the house, and that's how it culminated, their involvement in this case.
And everyone present in the house heard my mother's skull hit that floor, and everyone present in that house thought she had died. It was a nightmare. It was the worst moments of my life. That shouldn't have even happened.
Have you had anybody scared to investigate after coming here?
We've had a few teams leave in the middle of the night just because, you know, it gets too real too soon. Some people just aren't ready for it. You know, they just think it's just going to be one of those run-of-the-mill, you know, hauntings, and it's pretty much up in your face.
I hear you out there. Thought I saw it move a little bit. Oh, fuck. Holy fuck. Oh my god, that's fucking scary.
Okay, John, tell us a little bit about some of the experiences you've had in this house.
Scariest thing is I had a voice yell hello at me. I came out here and I heard a bunch of wrestling around and stuff and banging, and it sounded like something was going through something. So I just kind of went quietly, walked back, got my phone, started recording, and then I heard a girl say hello out loud, which kind of startled me.
Heard some knocking and banging then I walked through a minute ago. So I thought I'd just grab my camera. There's a car going by. What the fuck? Hello? Goosebumps.
And I always had like a toy car come off one of the chairs. And the library book came off the shelf. I just gotten up in the morning and noticed it on the floor. And I came back and asked Bill if, you know, did you see was there a book on the floor yesterday? You know, we reviewed the tape, and sure enough, it just came right off the shelf.
What kind of tools, investigator-wise, have you had success with?
We had a DR-60 in here a few weeks ago and got some pretty crazy stuff.
Alright, I'm just gonna ask who was here with us, because this is crazy. Alright, you ready, guys? Oh, it's full. Okay, let me delete that one. Okay, recording. Who is here with us? Did I just say? Did I just hear what I think I heard? I went slow, so it sounds funny. Fuck. Oh, something's not happy, guys. Something is not happy. God, dude. Oh my god. That was a little alarming, guys, to be honest.
I almost wanted to say it was commonplace to see things move on their own.
Father God, came to this place in peace and we leave in peace, taking nothing unholy or unnatural with us, only that which is godly, angelic, and of light. And we pray for our brothers here tonight, that they may be kept safe, and that they may no harm, no danger, as they explore the wonders of creation. We pray this in your holy name. Amen. 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 Amen.
Before the investigation, our friend Jason Emmerich, an investigator and medium, had given Joe a warning that I was not told about for experimental purposes.
And he's going to see if he can communicate with the spirits from here at his place.
Gotcha.
And right now, I'm not going to say what he's telling me right now just yet.
Here, do you want to film it though? Go ahead and film it.
But it's interesting.
Welcome to a night shrouded in shadow and suspense, where our team of fearless paranormal investigators dares to tread the cursed grounds of the infamous Conjuring House. A place drenched in darkness and whispered horrors, this house has seized the nightmares and fears of those who dare to speak its name. Tonight, our brave souls embark on a harrowing quest to peel back the layers of mystery that cloak its walls. What unspeakable secrets lie buried within the Conjuring House? With each step deeper into its haunted halls, they confront the spectral forces that whisper from the beyond, challenging the living to uncover truths best left untold. Will they encounter the restless spirits rumored to roam these rooms?
Let's do
any relations to it.
I feel like I should do a tarot reading.
The rocking chair.
It's moving! It's moving!
Okay, jump around. Okay, yes, it was moving. It was fucking moving. I caught a little bit of it.
Hold on. I got it.
I caught a little bit of it.
The boards don't go up.
The investigation has just begun, and already, the supernatural forces within the house make their presence known. Right before their eyes, a rocking chair begins to move on its own, creaking back and forth with no one in sight to push it. This eerie occurrence sends a shiver down the spine of our team, signaling that they are not alone. The air grows colder, the silence becomes heavier, and the feeling of being watched intensifies. This first paranormal experience is just a taste of the hidden horrors that await them. As they delve deeper into the shadows of the Conjuring House, what other secrets will reveal themselves?
Guys, we have it. We have it.
Hold up.
Look.
Oh yeah!
We have it.
That's right, we have cameras all over.
What time is it?
Yeah, I'll check this too, just in case. Yeah, check time.
Surely that's wide
It's
enough.
10:22, so we'll say around 10 o'clock.
At 10:12 p.m., the Heisen family's DVR system captured the rocking chair move on its own. Before we reviewed the footage, we tried every method we could think of to debunk the chair moving on its own. We stomped on the ground near the chair and it didn't budge.
Okay, jump around. Okay, yes, it was moving. It was fucking moving. I caught a little bit of it.
Hold on. I got it.
I caught a little bit of it.
The boards don't go all the way through there.
Okay, back up, guys. Let's back up.
I gotta try.
Give us some space for a bit. We'll try and debunk after this.
At first, hold on. I want to try and get the. I want to try and get the phenomena first, then we'll try to debunk. Okay.
Okay.
Because this just happened, so if it could do it again, let's see if it can. This should not have moved. Now I want to do the debunking process. Because I was trying to get the entity to do it again right off the bat. Right. That's why I didn't want to do it then. But now let's try and do another debunking process.
So here,
jump around, guys.
Billy was where you are, and we were over here. So yeah.
Nothing moving.
Does it stop?
But we weren't doing that. So
No, we weren't. I'm just trying to over-dramatize it because they even show even more that it's not us, and that's crazy.
It's not moving at all.
No, it's not. So this moved by itself. We captured it.
We then recreated a door vacuum, and that also did not make it budge.
Seriously said, can you move something? Actually, hold on. I think I might know how to debunk this. Open that door. Close it. Open it. Suction effect. Okay, now open it. How you did before.
Opened it big too, so if there's any...
Yeah, it's still not doing it.
After reviewing the footage, we know exactly where Bill stepped when the chair moved. As you can see, he steps in between the 4th and 5th wooden plank right when the rocking chair initiates. Which is about a foot away from the chair. We also checked if this cord had been wrapped around the chair prior to it moving. Upon review of the video 8 minutes before the chair moved, the cord was in the same spot, not touching the rocking chair. When we headed downstairs, our walkie-talkies had an electrical interference.
Right as they start looking around, something really weird happens. Every time they walk into this one creepy room, their walkie-talkies start making a lot of static noise. It's like TV static but louder, and it fills the room. But as soon as they leave that room, the noise stops. It's as if the room doesn't want them to talk to each other, or something is interfering with their equipment. They think it might be because of some strange electric field in the room, or maybe it's the energy from ghosts. This spooky event is just the beginning. It shows our ghost hunters that they're not alone in the house, and something or someone is trying to communicate with them, or maybe even scare them away. As they keep exploring, who knows what other scary things they'll find. Stay with us to see what happens next in the creepy Conjuring house.
Wait, no, turn back like that. Turn back like that. Right there, stay right there. Look, can you say hello? Yeah, yep.
Turn this one off because...
That one's not doing it. It's only mine.
And the other one's upstairs. The 4th one's upstairs. It's literally only yours, yep.
That's weird.
Oh my god, whoa!
It's kind of reminds me of Cosmopolitan. Something like this happened to me in Cosmopolitan. Similar, but not like this. It's more direct.
That's so crazy. Look, as soon as he crosses that threshold. Alright, walk forward.
Yeah, walk closer to the door because that's where it originally...
It's not... Oh,
huh.
That's upstairs, dude. What if that's up? Well, I don't know. Maybe look up some tech forums.
Yeah, see different walkie-talkies do this every now and then.
Yeah, because I've never seen this before. This is weird.
Just walk through this way and see if it's still over. And then it stops like entirely right there.
Yeah.
Right? Bro, that's crazy.
That's weird.
I actually gonna have an SLS camera built into it entirely.
What the fuck was in here?
What do you mean what the fuck was in there?
Dude, I swear to God, I thought one of you guys were in here.
No.
Because I looked over, I thought it was you, Matt, that was in here.
You see someone in there?
Then I looked over, I seen Matt, and I thought maybe it was you, Eric. Yeah, I saw somebody in here.
Well,
like standing right over here.
I'm having a deja vu moment right now.
I thought I saw someone standing right there just now, but it's a tripod in the box maybe.
But it was right here.
Dude, I'm having a deja vu moment right now. It's weird. Because I remember you in this situation right now.
Well, here, let's, if you're in here with us, can you give us another sign? Joe just saw you.
We ended our first night with a seance and Ouija board session. This is when I had another personal experience.
A seance is a chilling ritual where a group of people, led by a medium, gather in the eerie glow of candlelight, aiming to breach the veil between the living and the dead. Encircled in darkness, they seek to summon spirits, hoping to communicate with those who have passed to the other side. As the medium slips into a deep, trance-like state, the air thickens, shadows flicker, and an unsettling silence envelops the room. Suddenly, mysterious knocks echo from nowhere. Objects begin to move as if guided by invisible hands, and ghostly whispers fill the air, sending shivers down the spine of every participant. These supernatural occurrences claim to be messages from beyond, turning the seance into a terrifying encounter with the unknown, where the boundary between worlds blurs and the presence of the departed feels alarmingly close.
Straight through my body, through my spine, and I don't know how to explain it. It was.
Sounds familiar. Yeah, in my meditation I saw something come from above the house into the house, into the floor, and then it came up out of the floor as like 6 or 7 different things of it was very strange, but that same kind of experience with it coming down into the building.
Yeah,
it was just like white energy. It was like a white string energy. It was massive at first.
Yeah, I felt that pulse of but it came from above for me. It came from above and straight into me, through my spine to the ground, like through my body, straight to the ground.
That's weird. We've had a lot of correlating stuff happen. Alright, keep focusing, y'all. Keep focusing.
Joe and Eric are the only ones that knew of Jason's warning. I had no prior knowledge and seemed to be the only one affected at this location. It is very rare for this to happen to me.
I haven't seen this yet.
Alright. Ready?
Yep.
Ready. Let's see. Holy crap! Oh my god! And so we tried to recreate that for like 30 minutes, trying to jump around, pounding on the floor. That's crazy!
Huge movement.
Can we see it again? Yep. Just because that was just so incredible.
It was incredible.
I jumped back. I was like, what the heck is going on here?
I was wondering because you said you were walking up to it, and I didn't have any idea of how close you were to it. But this is amazing. This is fantastic.
And watch, you're gonna see him away from it when it starts.
Oh my god.
Now another thing though is like he didn't step on it. In order for him to step on it, like he would have to be at an awkward angle.
Yeah.
You know, like to reach out and step with his foot. Yeah. So if anybody thinks that,
stretched in front of me, and
he would have to have been way closer. Yeah. And it starts rocking before he's even halfway through this board, and then he takes like another step after it's already started rocking.
Yeah, because you said
I didn't notice it yet. And then that's my first reaction was I thought it was the lighting from everybody's cameras, you know, and I thought that a shadow was moving on the wall from the lighting, but it was the actual rocking chair.
It was the chair.
You can see that clear as day on camera. We just caught an amazing piece of evidence right here.
After witnessing the inexplicable movement of the rocking chair, the evidence becomes undeniable. The Conjuring house is genuinely haunted. This paranormal activity, observed directly by the team in the stillness of the room, leaves no room for doubt. The chair, moving on its own without any visible force to propel it, serves as a stark testament to the supernatural forces at play within the walls of this infamous abode. This chilling encounter solidifies the house's reputation as a hotbed for ghostly phenomena, marking a moment of realization for the investigators that they are indeed in the presence of entities from beyond our world.
You're on 17 right now. What if you just press the play button and see what happens?
That's what he did initially, and it started fast forwarding. Like, see?
What the hell?
Look at that, it's jumping wildly.
Oh, come on. No way. Man.
What the hell? We're outside about to do some drone shots, and I thought Matt had came out in his t-shirt and then went back in to, I guess, get a jacket or something. He said he hadn't come out at all, right?
No. The only time it came out was when you just now saw me come out.
I saw him
for this camera.
I saw him 100% come around that corner. It was him to a T, his shirt, his hat, everything. It was 100% you.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. I saw a doppelganger of Matt here.
That's weird.
A doppelganger is a sinister and mysterious phenomenon, often considered an ominous harbinger of misfortune. It's the ghostly double of a living person, an eerie replica that mimics their appearance, actions, and behaviors so closely that it becomes nearly impossible to tell the two apart.
So you heard it while you were in the bathroom or while you're coming out?
I was still in the bathroom. I was getting ready to come out.
Gotcha.
And I heard a little girl say, "Daddy."
Did it come from like in the bathroom or out here? Or what do you think?
It definitely came from out here.
Gotcha.
So, I don't know. It's just weird stuff like that. It's bizarre.
Well, I was going to say, that daddy thing, I guarantee you that's not a little girl calling out for a daddy. That is so, like, yeah, that's so, it's too typical, you know what I mean? That's too, like, that is definitely something, like, mimicking or something.
Right, check this out, though. So, Bill had his daughter on the phone, remember? On speakerphone.
That's right.
Maybe that helped trigger something.
Maybe.
Also, what I found interesting is when you mentioned the mimicking thing, remember what you saw earlier of me seeing me in a
That's
t-shirt?
right. Hold on. So that's a good point. I saw him walk around the corner of the house when we were getting ready to do a drone shot. I saw him walk out in his t-shirt, and then he walked back. And then he came back out with the jacket, and I was like, did you walk out and then walk back? And he said, no, not at all. It was him. I saw him exactly, but there was no one there. I saw the doppelganger of Matt walk on the side of this building.
Well, see, that was last night. When I come in, I thought Matt was in there.
Oh, yeah, that was your initial thought, is you thought it was Matt.
Right. And I looked in here, and at first, I only seen you and Billy, so I thought Matt was in there, and I looked in there again. I didn't see anybody. And then when I turned to look again, there he was. There was Matt. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. And that damn camera.
Yeah, the camera that would have captured that completely, no footage at all on camera 5. All the rest of the cameras recorded just fine throughout the entire night, the entire investigation. Camera 5, for some reason, doesn't have any footage on it. That's just strange. That's just strange.
So what we know now is that this thing is mimicking.
Yeah.
Completely mimicking in multiple different ways, and that's very strange, and we all know that what that possibly leads to.
So basically, this thing's thinking this is going to be a battle, an absolute battle, and it's going to be battles of despair, battles of hidden forces, battles of evil and good, in this house, with the spirits, and with us.
Seven will be there. Matt needs to be careful. I don't know what to say really to what was coming through. I know they are all going to be all over his energy. They said his name more than once. Within minutes, sounds, or within minutes, seconds, the door is open.
Everything he said came true.
Now, he said inside the mirror, the black mirror Ouija board, please tell Matt to please take extra precaution.
goodness, there is something up here like one hundo. Like no joke, like one hundo. William, are you here? What was that? Fellas, are you all talking to Joe? Just say something real loud.
None of us said anything.
No one said anything?
No.
Okay, I gotta get into this other room. Oh my god. That voice was clear as day. It sounded like Joe talking. It was that type of voice. I swear that sounded like Joe talking. That's crazy. Alright, I'm gonna hit play on the Sony Saint.
Remember the mimicking.
Oh, that's right, the mimicking. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Holy crap, and it sounded just like Joe. Oh man. Whew. Alright, I'm gonna listen back because I think I was recording when it happened. Here, wait, I'm gonna turn the compressor on. Whoa! I think that was it. I caught it! I caught it! I caught it! On the Sony Saint. Right there! Who is that? Fellas, are you all talking? Did Joe just say something real loud? We'll set this down for a second. Fellas, what's my time like? Am I at 15 minutes?
16 minutes and 48 seconds.
Gotcha. Alright, it's time to go downstairs. Alright, let's get... or the cellar, if you will. Alright, that was me. Are you kidding? I just felt a gust of wind from my right side. Is there anyone down here? Spirits, can you tell me, is there anything down here? There's something walking around. Man, I'm feeling stuff all over me, on my head and my hand. Who's there? I have to go upstairs after this, but this is Eric from Epic. What do you want to tell us for tonight? Oh goodness, the freaking heat or something just turned on.
Okay, time is up.
Time is up. Alright, hitting stop. Try the different buttons and stuff too. Good luck.
Thanks. Let's do this.
You got this, man. You got this.
Okay, come on. Where are you hiding at, huh? If you're a demon, you're calling yourself a demon, you're not showing your strength, your so-called strength. You affected a family, a whole family, terrified of you, but you can't do a single thing to terrify me. If you want to really scare me, physically hurt me.
Physically. Jeez, give you permission.
The paranormal drives every fiber of my being. I am riveted by it. When I invite an entity to physically hurt me, I mean it, especially if it helps paranormal phenomena to manifest.
I heard you lift beds, move beds. I hear you attacking people. I'm standing here offering it. Literally an offering. All this talk and affecting a family so horribly. And then when someone stands up to you, you back off. What most people would say, this is stupid what I'm doing right now, but I'm really here for evidence. I'm an investigator and want evidence, okay? And that's why I made an offering right now. I'm giving you that offering.
Okay. You got 16 minutes.
16 minutes. Okay.
After our isolations, we split up into two groups. Eric and I did another seance session on the second floor because of what I experienced in our first seance. Meanwhile, Joe and Billy were in the basement conducting EVP.
Don't be afraid to reach out. I know Matt was intense earlier, but he was just trying to look out for you.
I was just trying to protect people from being affected again and stand up from what's evil. All the good ones, I'm completely open and accept you.
Dude. Hello, you don't have to hide back there. You can walk over here.
Yeah. Completely open and accept you.
Dude.
Accept you.
Dude. Yo, you alright?
Alright.
Spirits, did you see something similar to that? Matt getting dragged into the room? Leave now. Leave now. Bro, that was so clear. That said leave now so clear.
Why should we leave?
Please elaborate.
Take a camera.
Yeah, bro.
My old days.
can come up here with us. It's pretty lit. Matt?
We were doing an EVP session down there, and I was asking what it thought of all of us. I said, what do you think?
Bathsheba! Damn! Surely that caught it.
Had to have.
Yo, you alright? What happened? Did you pass out or something? Are you recording?
What's up? You alright?
What happened, big dog?
I'm gonna get some. Wait. I'm gonna get some.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some air too.
He's laying on his back here when I came through here. We have to watch that camera. Because his was sitting in there, right?
Yeah, sitting on the floor.
He was laying right flat on his back.
Where'd he go? What happened to Matt? Did you do something to Matt? You smell that? It smells like wood burning.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely smell. It's burning wood. That's strange since we haven't smelled that since we've been here.
Right.
You okay? You alright?
Just zoned out. Like, I felt the terror from the parents, or one of them. I think it was one of them. I was really feeling, and I felt like suffering from someone else, not me at that time. And I completely zoned out. I was following to certain areas of the top floor and was completely losing my equilibrium, and I almost cried at one point from feeling her emotions. And that's weird because they're alive, you know, they're alive, they're not dead or anything. Yeah, but I felt like I was feeling someone from a family that was here or something, which makes no sense.
Their emotion, dude, that makes perfect sense. Their emotions are probably still here. Imagine all they went through, you know? And at one, we were doing that focusing, and then you got up and just walked off. You felt something.
Oh my god, and that was also that vision of being dragged in there.
Yep. And then you go in there, and then you get dragged into a trance. You get dragged deep into those emotions.
I was so in a trance. I've never had that in my whole life. I have never had that ever in my whole entire life. Felt that way in a location.
It took you deep into that emotion. That's wild, dude. So you do feel it was external?
It was... I felt like I was being guided into there, and then I felt that person. I don't know which one it was. I just felt that their emotions, and I almost it was... I can't explain it, to be honest. It's hard to explain in words. What the fuck happened?
Dude, so from where we were, it sounded like you fell.
I fell twice.
Yeah, and we got up and we were like, what the hell?
Thing is, like,
and then when you
I
first
didn't
talked,
black out. I didn't black out. I was just in a trance.
I was gonna say, when you first said something, it sounded like you were in it, like spaced out, like in a way deep trance. The moment you said something, I knew like you had just come from somewhere else, is what it sounded like.
I felt like I was in a completely different time period, like different situation. Like you guys were away from me, like not even. It's hard to explain in words, to be honest. This is something that's never happened to me before. I've been oppressed before, like a couple times, but I was just feeling their emotions. But this was a trance. I'd never been in trance like this before. I'd never been like drawn and losing my complete balance and falling.
How do you feel now?
I feel better, like being out of the house.
Fresh air.
This paranormal night investigation at the Conjuring House has been nothing short of terrifying. The evidence gathered so far seems to confirm the chilling tales that the house is indeed haunted. It's a stark reminder of why it's never recommended to provoke spirits. The unsettling experiences encountered tonight are a testament to the unpredictable and potentially dangerous reactions such actions can provoke. Despite the fearsome encounters and the heavy atmosphere of dread that hangs over the house, our intrepid paranormal investigators are not ready to call it quits. Driven by a mix of courage and curiosity, they are determined to debunk the phenomena they've witnessed tonight. With a scientific approach and a resolve of steel, they prepare to delve deeper into the mystery, seeking logical explanations for the seemingly supernatural events.
I specifically said the invitation's for me, and I got what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
It's not all physical. It's most of this is psychological, and we have to be careful.
Yeah, spiritual.
But to be honest, I kind of liked it. Like, I want that more.
My goal from challenging the entity was to invoke a reaction, whatever is necessary. As an investigator, I want evidence, but at the same time, I do not like when an entity is taking advantage of someone. Why can't I take the blows when I ask for it, instead of people like the parent family?
Into hypnosis, and he told her after that he would never put her through anything like that again. And he believed her. And I think, aside from I love you, I think the most powerful words in this or any language are I believe you. So, Dad, if you would, and I'm sorry I didn't give you a heads up on this, but I thought this was a really important story to share with people. I do, and I want you to speak to it if you could, honey. That was
I got lucky, and I got an interaction back, which doesn't always happen. Judging from all the correlations, I was a target since the beginning. I am glad I was. I wish this would happen to me at all locations I investigate. I wouldn't mind them following me home either. I want paranormal phenomena to manifest as much as possible in my life. This is what I signed up for. When we arrived back home, Joe and I spent hours reviewing our findings. After reviewing the footage, we still did not know what was causing the walkie-talkie interference, and we wanted to try one more time to recreate the chair movement with our new knowledge of where Billy stepped when the rocking chair initiates, from when we examined the DVR footage frame by frame. So Joe and I decided to head back to Harrisville, Rhode Island, when our good friend Levy Reyes Upon trying to debunk the walkie-talkie interference with Corey, we discovered no interference could be duplicated.
Hey Joe, it's not doing it anymore.
Yeah, there's nothing here.
Okay, so channel 3 is what I'm on right now. This is exactly... You didn't change anything with your security cameras or anything like that? Nothing? Because that's what we were probably thinking of. Do you have any wireless stuff with your security cameras?
Nope.
No, you don't? It's all... Okay. I'm on channel 3 right now, look.
2, 3.
Page 3, same channel. It was happening all the time in this area. Now it's not happening.
They changed out their DVR system.
They said they didn't.
Didn't you change it out? Like, get a new system?
We got a new system coming in. Like Ethernet.
Huh. This doesn't make sense.
It was going crazy on Channel 3. What the heck? Why can't we recreate it now? It was going insane. So you didn't do any new things electrically?
It is a haunted house.
Like, I was thinking it was going to be easy to recreate again because we were able to recreate it over and over again when we were there. But now, if you didn't change anything electrically, that's kind of weird. Since Corey states he has not changed anything electrically in the house, a natural explanation couldn't be found for what we experienced that night with the walkie-talkies. Okay, so right now we are back about 9-10 months later after the original footage when we captured the chair moving. Bill, after reviewing the footage, we noticed he stepped exactly at this crack right here. And we want to know approximately the distance that he was when he stepped from the chair. As you can tell, the stubs right here are very short. So he obviously did not step on the stub to accidentally make this go like that. And so what we're going to do is measure about the distance. So if he stepped right around here, and let's say his foot's probably, let's
use my boots for
let's use your boot for an example.
Yeah.
This is estimation, obviously. He probably has a bigger foot or a smaller foot. We didn't
These are 12, so.
Put your foot here.
Right where? Exactly.
Right there is fine. So, estimation. Well, I was right about a foot. A little bit over a foot, 13 inches from where he's standing right here. And that's when this moved. Now, back up. 13 inches away, approximately. Probably the same for Bill. And look at this. Doesn't even move. Doesn't budge at all. Not even a little bit. So that right there is some amazing evidence. I'm pretty excited about this one. The cool thing about this is how many angles we have when this happens. We have about, I think, 4 cameras or so, and plus DVR cameras and all that. That's a lot of cameras running at the moment. And we had a live stream going, which was Eric's live stream when it happened. Like, I have a 4K camera, a couple 4K cameras, literally pointing at the chair right after it happens. It's extremely obvious there's no string. And we're literally with lights on. You would be able to see that string if there was one. So I think this is classified as paranormal, without a doubt. The next morning, when I was transferring SD cards and packing up our gear to get ready to leave, all of a sudden, I heard water running in the restroom. There was no one in there, and I was the only one awake at the time. Joe, paranormal experience. Okay, so this was not caught on camera. Somebody in here? That's a lot of force. force to move it. It's not loose. The Hollywood film, The Conjuring, over-dramatizes and embellishes what actually happened. But the question we wanted answered was, is the infamous Harrisville farmhouse truly that next-level haunted location? From the evidence we captured, including our personal experiences, we can conclude the house is definitely more active than most locations we have investigated.
It was The Conjuring that brought our truth to light and gave me the opportunity to tell the world that yes, the truth is stranger than fiction.
I know what some might think after watching this documentary. Is the footage we captured truly real?
It's moving! It's moving!
Was it all a hoax for a film? Psychologist Leon Festinger said it best. A man with a conviction is a hard man to change. Tell him you disagree and he turns away. Show him facts or figures and he questions your sources. Appeal to logic and he fails to see your point. What he is talking about is a psychological theory called cognitive dissonance, psychological conflict resulting from incongruous beliefs and attitudes held simultaneously. In other words, what we presented in this documentary is 100% real.
Like the lighting, because the light, you know how like these things on the right there. Oh shit! Wow,
dude,
that's why I was like, oh shit, look at this.
That's badass, dude.
Yeah.
And look how fast it stopped.
Yeah.
But no matter how much evidence we present towards paranormal phenomena, many will deny it. Cognitive dissonance can be a problem among skeptics and believers. As a paranormal investigator, I try my best to be unbiased and present our findings through the art of film. Is there any experiences that you've had, or any of your family members, for mimicking? Like, mimicking other people?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go in depth with that.
Bathsheba came through a few years ago. I was doing a spirit box session, and I was working with my paranormal partner at the time, George Lopez, and she came through with my voice, and he said, no, you don't use Andrea's voice, you use your own voice, or we can't have this conversation. And then she came through with that childlike voice that I recognized.
And I heard a little girl say, "Daddy."
I was feeling very disoriented, yes, and someone being terrified of something. Just complete terror is what I felt.
Well, there was an incident that occurred when my sister Cindy was 14, where a black mass that she saw hovering above me in bed swept down off of me and grabbed her by the ankles and dragged her down, partially down the bedroom stairs, the bedroom that was my bedroom, right directly above the parlor.
Wow, I didn't even know this story. That's really intriguing. Wow. So that was my vision of being dragged also by a shadowy mass.
And was terrified out of her mind that night. Terrified.
Wow. Okay, I might have felt her. I am not making the bold claim that what we encountered here is without a doubt ghosts, but objects are being moved on their own here.
Fucking shit! Holy shit! Oh my god!
Yep.
And And that is truly paranormal phenomenon. Something we don't exactly understand yet and defies our known laws of physics. Science always changes. One day we might have some of the answers, but until then, we will keep searching.
Matt, every time somebody like you goes into that house with the owner's permission and has their own experiences in there, what you do serves to vindicate and validate my family's story. Every time you compile more and more evidence, it serves to validate our story.
Not alone. Genevieve Mary was recording a video of her daughter when something incredibly eerie was captured on camera. Genevieve explained that she heard her daughter talking to someone, so she called her over and asked who it was. However, she didn't notice anything unusual until after watching the video. At the time of the recording, only Genevieve and her daughter were home. Genevieve urged viewers to pay close attention to the background of the video, as the creepy moment was easily missed.
Lorelei, come here. Lorelei, who are you playing with? What are you doing? What?
In footage from 2016, Genevieve Mary's daughter appears to be accompanied by an unexplained figure, a discovery that only recently caught Genevieve's attention and left her disturbed. While some might argue that the figure is simply her daughter's shadow, closer examination reveals it to be taller than her daughter. Shadows can indeed vary in length due to lighting. But if this were a shadow, the door in the background should still be visible, which it isn't. The figure blocks the view of the door as it passes by, behaving more like a solid object than a shadow. It doesn't distort or bend against the door, as a shadow would. Genevieve is convinced that this is not a shadow but something else, a sentiment echoed by viewers. However, the true nature of the phenomenon remains open to interpretation. Is it a shadow or something else entirely? What are your thoughts on this mysterious occurrence? Lost in the mall. A user shared a video on Facebook showing a terrifying incident that took place at a mall in Brazil. The footage, filmed at 2:30 in the morning by a mall security guard, captures an eerie encounter. The guard recorded the video with the intention of having evidence to support his account of the incident. In the video, there is a sighting of a little girl on the escalator who then disappears moments later. The unusual timing of the sighting, at 2 in the morning, raises questions about why a child would be in the mall at that hour. One possibility is that the child was accidentally locked inside, but this does not explain the sudden disappearance. It's unclear if the figure was an actual child or something else entirely. The mysterious nature of the event leaves room for speculation and interpretation. Night terrors. In April 2023, a dairy farmer from the outskirts of Austin, Texas, recorded a perplexing entity on film. Afterward, his daughter posted the image online, hoping for insights from the internet community. The footage was subsequently featured on the YouTube channel Project Mystery. After hearing some commotion outside, the farmer went to investigate and found the creature near the cabins. Its chilling way of walking unsettled him. Subsequent security footage captured a closer view of the creature. The entity in the footage features long limbs, enormous black eyes, and a visibly emaciated appearance. Many viewers interpret this as a classic extraterrestrial encounter. However, the creature's intentions remain unclear. If it were planning an abduction, the video might not have surfaced. Some speculate that it could be seeking sustenance. Unearthed evil. In a video, this YouTube team explores an abandoned house of the Inquisition, known for its dark history. During the exploration, something haunting is spotted in one of the empty buildings, adding to the eerie atmosphere of the place.
Wow. Pasando aquel lado, algo está pasando aquel lado.
Ah, sí, 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 sí. Acá,
Sí,
acá,
vale.
Luis, acá.
Ok, ¿dónde está más fácil?
En esta torrecita. Allí estaba parada.
Although the video footage may not clearly depict a figure, viewers believe they can see a slight shifting of shadows. This subtle phenomenon is enough to unsettle everyone present, adding to the eerie nature of the exploration. After experiencing such a chilling sensation, most people, myself included, would likely choose not to pursue the investigation further. The eerie atmosphere and potential dangers would be enough to deter even the most curious individuals. Unsettling noises. In a recent update from Kent of Ghosts of Carmel, Maine, he delves into the terrifying encounters unfolding in his home, particularly in his basement. During a spirit box session aimed at uncovering answers about these strange occurrences, Kent hears unsettling noises from a nearby dark area, leading to further chilling events.
You tapping? Hello? Whoa! What the? Hello? I was watching the shadow movement right here, wondering where this was coming from. Then suddenly a face comes at me from within the darkness. I brightened this up as much as possible to show what came out from under the house. I can assure you, this screenshot is nothing compared to what this looked like in real time. As I jumped back, this thing went back through the hole under the house. This wasn't the only incident within those few seconds. What was said is just as disturbing as this encounter. Hello?
It's possible that one of the spirits or entities inhabiting Kent's basement revealed itself to him during the spirit box session. Perhaps it was trying to frighten him away, as some believe spirits or demons might do. The true nature of the encounter remains open to interpretation. Unexplained events. A Reddit user recently shared a video capturing their family's growing unease in their longtime home. Initially, they experience minor yet disturbing sensations, such as the feeling of being watched and glimpsing shadowy figures from the corner of their eye. As time went on, these occurrences grew more alarming. They heard footsteps with no apparent source, noticed items moving and making noise, observed doors closing by themselves, and heard voices in empty rooms. In an effort to document these strange events, the family set up cameras throughout their home, and the footage they obtained was startling. In the video, a black figure swiftly moves across the kitchen, leaving what appears to be a black fog behind for a brief moment. The entity seems to crouch down, avoiding the camera when it comes into view. While some viewers suggest it could be a bug, others point out that the way the shadow avoids the camera, along with its strange appearance and speed, sets it apart from typical insect sightings on camera lenses. This shadowy figure raises questions about its potential role in the reported paranormal events. Is it possible that this entity is responsible for the strange occurrences, or is it all just a coincidence? What are your thoughts on this eerie footage? Comment below. Eerie echoes. The Unanswered Universe profile recently posted a video, touted as an excerpt from a creepy video diary, in which it is suggested that the men filming may have captured footage of a terrifying shadow entity manifesting before them. After relocating to their new residence, these men began experiencing disconcerting nightmares, with one individual even starting to sleepwalk. Over time, the occurrences grew more intense, with spooky shadows and frequent poltergeist activity. The person who uploaded the video also claimed that the man who was recording started hearing voices when he was alone. On a particularly eerie night, they managed to record a startling event right outside their home. It seems that the shadow entity is manifesting out of thin air and moving in a peculiar, awkward manner. Many viewers speculate that this entity is not human, and some even doubt it's a ghost. The idea that the man may have been contacted by demonic entities is a nightmarish thought indeed. Unfortunately, we may never know for sure what exactly transpired in this unsettling event. Thanks for watching our ghostly encounter. If you're intrigued, hit like, share, and subscribe for more eerie mysteries. Stay curious and keep an eye out for the paranormal. Who knows what we'll capture next? Unseen forces. In a video posted by Reddit user Sir Squid, they share a peculiar experience in their home. Sir Squid and his wife often hear unexplained footsteps and notice a rocking chair moving on its own. To uncover the cause, a motion camera was set up. The rocking chair moving without any visible assistance. Interestingly, the chair stops as if someone got up from it, followed by an object on a nearby shelf falling over. Sir Squid points out that the abrupt stop of the chair's movement makes it hard to dismiss as a simple trick, such as using strings or editing effects. The nature of these occurrences remains unexplained, and Sir Squid encourages viewers to share their own interpretations of the events. Empty room enigma. While playing catch in a courtyard, a group of British friends spotted something strange, a pale face observing them from above. The camera caught this unsettling sight before the figure quickly disappeared. Feeling disturbed, the friends decided to investigate and told the property manager about the peculiar onlooker. However, she was skeptical, explaining that the room where the face appeared had been locked and unoccupied for a while. Nonetheless, she joined them to unlock the room for a closer look. Inside, they found nothing. No sign of anyone. The camera had recorded the eerie visage, but there was no one there physically. To this day, the identity of the mysterious watcher remains a mystery. The unseen guest. In a video, a grandmother celebrates her birthday with family and friends singing Happy Birthday. At first, it seems like a regular birthday recording. However, something startling happens. A shadowy figure quickly moves behind a grandmother and then vanishes. This figure, possibly resembling a child, moves with unnatural speed. The creepiness intensifies with the video's description. The grandmother had a daughter who passed away long ago and used to run around the house. Some believe this might be her spirit. The video leaves viewers to ponder, is it a ghost, or is there another explanation for the mysterious figure? A hotel's mystery. On March 11, 2023, a video from an undisclosed hotel hallway shows a lone woman entering an eerily deserted corridor. The specifics of what the camera captures are not detailed, but the footage, found online without a clear origin, is unnerving, prompting viewers to speculate about the strange happenings in the hotel corridor. The video records a sequence of bizarre incidents. A plant inexplicably topples as if pushed by an invisible hand, and the woman's hair is abruptly blown forward as if by an unexplained gust of wind, leaving her visibly frightened. Before these incidents, viewers have pointed out another odd occurrence. Just as the woman steps into the hallway and before the plant falls, a faint, unidentifiable shadow briefly appears and then vanishes, not correlating with the woman's movements. The mysterious shadow, coupled with the subsequent peculiar events, has led to theories of a supernatural presence or force at play. However, with no definitive explanation, the video remains an open-ended enigma, fueling various interpretations and conjectures. Beyond the garage, a woman, asked to watch her neighbor's house while they were away, agreed without hesitation as they were friendly and trouble-free. Initially, everything seemed normal. However, one day, she noticed something odd through the garage windows and began recording. The video reveals lights flickering inside the garage and a tall, dark shadow moving swiftly from one side to the other. Whether this indicates a haunting or is merely a play of light, the sight was undoubtedly startling for the woman. Eerie encounter. A home security camera inside a house recorded a peculiar event. While specific details about the video are scarce, the footage itself is quite revealing. It shows a child walking through the kitchen and then suddenly stopping as if seeing something or someone invisible. The child appears to engage in a conversation with this unseen presence. This could be attributed to a child's vivid imagination, but the nature of the interaction is concerning to the child's mother, Rosie B. She suspects that it might be a ghost or a supernatural entity, especially since it seemed to be trying to take the child's toys. Adding to the eeriness, when asked about the encounter, the child mentioned talking to a little girl and boy. Rosie is now curious about the history of her home, thinking it might shed light on these unusual events. For now, the incident captured in the video remains unexplained. The officers find. In this intriguing video, a Brazilian police officer captures something unexplainable during a police operation in an abandoned hospital. The footage, shared on Twitter, shows a door eerily opening and closing on its own.
Caralho, bicho, que é isso, mano? Cuidado, Judá. Cuidado, mano, que é isso, mano?
Mano, não tem nada.
Caralho, mano, que é isso, bicho? Caralho, mano. Mano, que é isso, bicho? Caralho, mano, bora, mano. Deus me livre, mano. Vai, mano, vai, mano. Vai, mano, vai, mano. Vai, mano.
Details about the video are limited, but it's known that it was recorded in Brazil by the officer during the operation. The peculiar movement of the door in the abandoned setting lends itself to speculations of paranormal activity. The video leaves viewers to draw their own conclusions about whether it's genuine evidence of something supernatural. What's your interpretation? The decision is yours to make. Beyond belief. One evening, a man admitted himself to an unspecified hospital. While waiting alone for a nurse, he began to feel uneasy due to unusual happenings. He heard unexplained voices and footsteps, even though there was no one else in the room. Alarmed, he decided to record with his phone, suspecting something extraordinary might occur. His recording captures an eerie sight. As he moves the camera around the room, it reveals a pair of pale feet near the far wall. Initially, he doesn't fully comprehend what he's seeing. However, upon quickly turning the camera back to that spot, he realizes the feet are not connected to any body. The video sparked debate in the comments, with some viewers convinced of its paranormal authenticity. What do you think? Comment below. Hidden horrors. In the video, Deanna Boyce watches her daughter sleep in her room. Deanna, a mother of two, has been on edge because her oldest daughter insists for months that someone is in her closet. Initially, the child mentioned a deceased family member, but lately, she speaks of a bad man hiding there. Disturbed by these claims, Deanna thought about seeking help to cleanse her home. The video further convinces her of the need for a cleansing. It captures a chilling moment, intensifying the unsettling feeling in their home and compelling Deanna to act for her family's safety. The video shows the closet door eerily opening by itself, slowly and silently, as if to avoid waking the sleeping child. Deanna is sure the closet was empty. as it's too small to conceal a person. She, like many others, suspects a supernatural presence might be interacting with her daughter. This eerie occurrence deepens Deanna's concern, suggesting a presence in the house possibly connected to her daughter. Fearing for her child's safety, Deanna now feels more urgent about cleansing her home from whatever might be lurking within. Thanks for watching our eerie ghost encounter. If you are thrilled, like, share with fellow enthusiasts, and subscribe for more paranormal adventures. Stay alert and curious for what we uncover next. Don't miss a ghostly moment. The mysterious figure. The video was recorded by a mother who was filming her son. She was unaware of the unusual occurrence in the background until she reviewed the footage later and was terrified by what she saw. Immediately, she left the house to seek refuge at her mother's home. Here's the unexpected event she captured on camera. Behind the child, a shadowy figure quickly passes. Initially, it appeared to be a cat or a dog rushing by. However, a closer examination of the slowed-down footage reveals that the figure does not have the characteristics of any known animal. This raises intriguing questions. What exactly was captured in this video? Could it be a ghost caught on camera, or is it something else entirely? Share your thoughts. Sinister strings. If the thought of dolls unsettles you, this story might be one to skip. The footage in this video is quite unnerving. It shows a girl playing with her doll, but soon an unexpected event occurs. Be sure to watch the doll closely, or you might miss the startling moment.
How was this video to you? Good? Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, Kellyanna. You are a good sport. So, Kellyanna, what?
During her play, the doll begins to move its head independently. While it's conceivable that the doll is designed with a moving feature, the girl's surprised reaction suggests otherwise. This leads viewers to speculate about the supernatural, with many suggesting that the doll might be haunted. As for what you believe, I'll leave that to your judgment. Whether you think it's haunted or not, feel free to share your thoughts. Midnight Fears. At 11 p.m., Raul Argello, a security guard, was alone inside a football stadium when he encountered something incredibly eerie. Capturing this unnerving event on video, he documented a truly terrifying experience. Here's what he recorded.
Bueno, ya son como las 11 de la noche y la tercera vez que estoy escuchando este ruido de mierda. No sé qué está pasando, pero lo quiero grabar ahora para que después me crea la gente, porque esto nunca me pasó y nada, lo quería grabar. No sé yo, estoy podrido, la concha de la lora. Tengo mi linterna, no sé para qué quiero darle. Dios. Puta que te parió. Puta que te parió. Concha de la lora. La concha de la lora. Pero como mierda puede ser que no haya nada hoy. Ya la tercera vez. Tercera vez. Tercera vez que entro y no hay nada. Dios. Me quiero ir. Me quiero ir.
After this unsettling encounter, Mr. Argello promptly resigned, a decision that seems quite understandable. What was behind these strange occurrences remains a mystery. A draft might explain the moving door, but the stillness of other objects in the room suggests otherwise. It's up to you to ponder over what truly happened. Mr. Argello's decision to leave his job, considering the circumstances, appears to be a wise one. A haunting at home. Michael and Heather, residing in a house they suspect to be haunted, often witness peculiar events like self-moving objects and eerie night noises. One night, while watching TV, they faced an especially bizarre occurrence. Michael says, "This happened during our TV time." Here's the footage. Confused and worried, they're uncertain if these incidents are paranormal. They even captured another strange happening after the first event. With these unexplained events, Michael and Heather are debating their next move. Some advise them to leave, but they're keen on uncovering the truth first. What's your take? Paranormal or not? Share your opinions. Terrifying vigil. Dominic Audios is abruptly awakened in the middle of the night by a strange noise. A thorough check of his room reveals nothing, but an unsettling feeling lingers. He recalls, "I was home alone when this happened," and shares the eerie footage he captured that night.
I need to sleep. Stop. You need to leave. This is my home. You need to stop. This is my home. Like always, nothing. Stop. Turn it off. I need to sleep. Thank you. Now leave. Turn it off.
Unable to explain the incident, Dominic is left deeply unnerved and starts to consider moving. However, just when he thinks he's seen the last of these odd occurrences, he's jolted awake by another disturbance. The video he records this time is even more startling. A dark, shadowy figure looms, staring at him in a chilling encounter. Initially mistaking the figure for an intruder, Dominic soon realizes it's something more mysterious, possibly paranormal. He suspects these incidents are not mere coincidences. What are your thoughts on Dominic's experience? Could this be proof of the paranormal, or is there a rational explanation? What do you think? Comment below. A cryptid capture. In this intriguing short clip, we see the picturesque Mono Lake in Northern California. With only a few details to go by, the scene unfolds on a tranquil afternoon as a man films the stunning landscape. Amid the serene view of the lake's expansive waters, something unexpected occurs. An unidentified object or figure emerges from the rocks on the right side of the screen, catching both the man filming and the viewers off guard. This mysterious appearance in the footage has sparked a wave of curiosity, leading many to wonder about the true nature of what was captured on camera. Barely into the video, a captivating scene unfolds as a large, dark brown figure, eerily reminiscent of the legendary Bigfoot, strides out on 2 feet from the nearby rocks. With just a few steps, the creature then slips behind a large rock and out of sight. This footage has stirred a whirlwind of debate over its authenticity, dividing viewers. While some question what they've seen, others are firmly convinced that the creature captured on film could be the evidence that solidifies the existence of Bigfoot in the annals of the mysterious and unexplained. Thanks for watching our ghostly capture. If you're thrilled, hit like, share to spook friends, and subscribe for more chilling footage. Stay tuned for eerie encounters and keep questioning the unknown. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled and cameras ready. Eerie Entity. A group of children were alone in a house when they captured some chilling footage. Ains de la Cruz, who shared the video, explains that it was recorded by siblings while they were in their grandparents' house. They managed to film something incredibly eerie. Here's what they caught.
Estamos aquí en la casa de mi bisabuela. Se fue la... ¿Qué es eso? Se fue la luz. Esta es la casita. Porque... Y mi mamá... Espérense. Y mi mamá y mi abuela se fueron al Oxxo a comprar velas por eso. Por lo que pasó de que se fue la luz. Y pues... Estamos aquí. Estas son las... Mi abuelito... Espérense. No sean chillones. No va a pasar nada. Y esas son las cenizas de mi bisabuelo. Porque pues desgraciadamente él ya falleció. Y el baño está allá. El baño, mi hermano quiere hacer pipí, pero el baño está allá. Y mi abuela nos dijo que cuidáramos. Mi abuelo nos dijo que cuidáramos aquí su casa en lo que ellas iban. Pero espérense. Pero pues el problema es que aquí no sabemos. Y pues no tengan miedo. No pasa nada. Abuelito, ¿estás aquí? Vente. nosotros
somos tus
nietos.
In the footage, set in what seems to be a shed, a sudden movement startles the children. A shadowy figure or creature emerges rapidly, causing fright. This event might have been quite traumatic for them. The shadowy form seen towards the end could be mistaken for an animal, such as a bird or a bat. But this doesn't explain the distinct shadowy figure spotted earlier in the video. It doesn't resemble any known animal, leading many to speculate about the presence of a malevolent entity. Such videos often lead to varied interpretations. Could this be a ghostly figure caught on camera, or is there another explanation? Unseen presence. Luna Moon shared a video that has been troubling her. In the video, a father starts recording a playhouse tent he bought for his daughter. Initially, everything appears normal, but then he notices something inside the tent that alarms him, causing him to quickly leave the room and stop the recording. This is what was captured. Upon nearing the tent, the father sees what looks like someone hiding inside, but as he checks the entrance, the figure is nowhere to be found, prompting him to hastily exit and cease recording.
Le compré un castillo a mi hija y ya no sale de aquí para nada, weón. Es re lindo, tiene ventanita y todo, pille. No.
This segment raises unanswered questions. The father thinks the playhouse tent, previously owned by a deceased child, may be inhabited by the child's spirit. Even the usually skeptical Luna finds this idea compelling, especially after the father captures a photo of what looks like a child peeking through a window on the 15th floor, where there's no balcony. These mysterious occurrences have sparked both curiosity and debate. What's your take on this enigmatic situation? Feel free to share your thoughts. The strange creature. How would you react to encountering something unusual on a remote dirt road? A TikTok user shares footage of a spine-chilling encounter with a mysterious creature. As the user gets closer, the video fails to provide a clearer view of the creature. Nonetheless, TikTok users are buzzing with theories about its identity. Some viewers speculate that it might be an injured animal. Intriguingly, one comment suggests the creature could be more dangerous than it appears, even hinting that a car might not provide adequate defense. Whispers from beyond. Dalen Spratt attends a unique family reunion at a haunted cemetery in Georgia, where the only attendees are spirits. He already feels uneasy before starting any communication with the spirits. What insights will the spirits offer him?
This might be our night. This might be our night. I know y'all heard that. This might be, I know y'all heard that. I know y'all heard that. This might be our night location spot, guys.
As Dallin nears a mausoleum, he feels his energy shift.
This is the mausoleum. My head is already starting to hurt. As soon as I came over here and looked inside of here, it's like my whole energy shifted.
His interaction with the spirits, facilitated by a device, becomes more fascinating.
Hey, is anyone out here with me? Is it? My name is Dalen. What is your name?
A moment of revelation occurs when Dallin asks for the spirit's surname and receives a response matching one of the nearby tomb names.
That's safe to give.
Okay, so the Gibb family. It's like 10 of y'all buried over here.
Dalen continues to ask pivotal questions to the spirits.
How does it feel being buried with your family? Great. That's cool. Were y'all close during your living years?
It becomes clear that the family's past was not entirely harmonious. Dalen also checks if the spirits are aware of their environment.
I want to know, are you aware of what's going around? Can you tell me the color of the truck that just drove by? Y'all, I swear it was a red truck. It sounded like it said red.
The session concludes with an intriguing possibility. Dalen's experience reinforces the notion that communicating with the deceased might indeed be possible. It seems he is on the verge of unraveling mysteries that many of us are curious about. A spooky discovery. In an engaging video uploaded by Jose Maria, we see his excitement for hiking and caving adventures, this time joined by a friend. Captured on their way back from a caving expedition, the footage, interestingly, isn't from inside the cave, but rather from its vicinity. The area, known for its mysterious and eerie ambience, might have revealed through Jose Maria's helmet camera some of the paranormal activities long rumored to surround it. They come across a small statue clothed in black. It's an odd and unsettling sight. The statue's face is distorted, resembling something out of a nightmare. Confounded by this discovery, they speculate whether it might be one of the lost souls said to inhabit the area, further deepening the mystery of the place. A cave's secret. This video was filmed by a tourist during his exciting journey across Europe. The day after arriving, he prepared to explore an ancient cave in Hallstatt, Austria. He described this cave as being hundreds of millions of years old. Though stating it was located 10,000 feet above sea level, this seemed a bit exaggerated, considering Austria's landscape. The adventure began beautifully, with sights of ancient glaciers and rock formations. A few hours in, however, the tourist faced an unexpected sight. On the cave's ceiling, he spotted a pale figure, eerily climbing without any safety gear. The sight was so unusual that the man behind the camera wondered if he had stumbled upon something extraordinary. Could it be a ghost or a spirit? Something beyond the ordinary. What do you think about this mysterious sighting? The enigmatic figure. This video was shared by a user with a profile name Highway 9 after a hiking trip, during which the uploader stumbled upon an open cave that sparked his curiosity. Accompanied by his German Shepherd dog, he delved deep into the tunnel systems. However, it wasn't long before things started to take a strange turn.
Come on.
In the distance, a faceless figure could be seen observing the man. This tall figure was clad in a black robe. its lack of facial features striking. The consistent appearance of such entities across different regions is intriguing. Could this sighting indicate the mysterious phenomena purported to exist within these tunnels? Thanks for joining us on this eerie adventure. If you're intrigued or thrilled, show your support by liking and sharing this video. Don't miss out on more mysterious encounters. Make sure to subscribe for more ghostly explorations. Stay alert, and until our next paranormal journey, keep hunting for the truth. In this scary video, a Reddit user called Extra Dimension 276 shared a spine-chilling video a few days ago that's got everyone online freaking out and coming up with wild guesses about what it could mean. This eerie video was shot in the middle of a snowy, creepy forest somewhere in eastern Canada. The person who uploaded it said they were out there listening to a woodpecker's alarm call, which is usually no big deal. But then, out of nowhere, they heard a terrifying sound so scary it made them freeze in fear, too scared to even move. Dare to watch the video and listen to the mysterious sound that's haunting everyone who hears it. For sure, that's one sound you wouldn't want to hear while alone in a forest, or frankly, anywhere else. It's the type of noise that, if it reaches your ears while you're outside, would make you do whatever it takes to find safety fast. Could it be Bigfoot's howls we're hearing? Many stories and legends suggest that Bigfoot can make loud, spooky sounds that are a strange mix of deep and high-pitched noises. The sounds in this video definitely seem to match up with those tales. Unfortunately, the person who posted the video hasn't shared any more information about it since it first appeared. All we know is that it was recorded somewhere in eastern Canada, and it's downright chilling. Some think these eerie sounds could actually be from the mysterious Bigfoot, but that's just one idea out there. What do you all think might be behind this? I'm really curious to hear your thoughts, so please drop your comments below. Venturing into the mysterious and often ominous tunnels that lie hidden away can be an unnerving experience, with the promise of unsettling surprises rather than pleasant ones. Despite this, curiosity often leads individuals to explore them. A photographer, seeking the thrill of discovery, found himself in a rather alarming situation when he realized something was trailing close behind him in the darkness. The video reveals that the footage came from a smartphone discovered abandoned near the tunnel. It turns out to be the final recording made by the owner just before his last moments. With a bit more investigation, you'll come across another video on the same channel featuring two individuals venturing into that exact location. Located in Japan, this eerie spot is tucked away between bustling motorways and expressways, with scrap yards predominantly surrounding the area, as they describe. Despite the unnerving atmosphere, there's no further information on the mysterious figure glimpsed in the previous video, motionless and visible for just a brief moment, leaving us clueless about its nature. However, one particular detail during their exploration heightens the sense of unease. Merely a few days after discovering the video, the explorers came across a discarded, damaged umbrella nearby, adding an ominous touch to their findings. Interestingly, this abandoned umbrella is the very same one the individual dropped while fleeing in the original video. Everyone knows, especially parents, that a silent house often means something's afoot. So, when the usual commotion ceased in this woman's home, she tiptoed to see what her son was up to, hoping beyond hope he was quietly reading and not creating chaos. With her camera ready, instead of finding him in innocent play, she stumbled upon a scene far more alarming.
John!
What on earth is that thing? And even more crucial, why is it peering through the little one's window? Could they be the target of a skinwalker, a phantom, or perhaps something even more sinister? Kids have a knack for exploring and often end up handling things they shouldn't, leaving behind telltale sticky handprints. This is exactly what YouTuber and skateboard enthusiast Chris discovered on his drum cymbal and set. The twist? He doesn't have any children.
And just to be clear, there's no air, there's nothing on right now. Shut up. Can't move that again for me? Those are freaking tiny.
The idea of two-way recording is incredibly eerie, especially considering Chris could have rigged a wire to the cymbal. But the real puzzle is the tiny, child-sized handprints in the dust. How could those have been faked without any visible trickery, unless something supernatural was involved? Beyond just hitting the drums and leaving prints, this alleged ghost seems to have a penchant for tampering with the Christmas figurines as well. In the following clip, Chris's phone begins to browse the web on its own. Could this strange behavior be linked to the same mysterious presence that's been causing all the disturbances in his home? Could it be that an eerie ghost-like child had taken over the entire house? Chris wished for nothing more than to unwind in a home buzzing with the energy of children, whether they were tangible or spectral. Yet, that seemed to be an impossible dream. The lore surrounding cryptids is incredibly vast. It seems that every terrifying creature conjured up in the darkest corners of our imagination has a counterpart in real-life folklore. So, when one person began to hear the sounds of what seemed like his worst nightmare trailing him during his walks, he hit the record button, hoping to catch evidence that it was all in his head. Sadly, the recordings confirmed that his fears were entirely real. What in the world was that? We caught just a brief look at something unexplainable, and although there's a slight possibility it could have been a dog that somehow found its way onto the barn roof, there's something about the video that feels off. Particularly, the sounds it made are what really raised doubts.
Dog. I have no idea where the dog is. What?
In this
What the fuck?
Sav's father passed away nearly a year and a half ago, and the family keeps a snow globe in his memory. Sav mentions that the puppy Sav believes this was a message from her dad, showing them he's still around and keeping an eye on them. Next up, we've got something that's really going to creep you out. In this next clip, there's something super weird and spooky that got caught on a camera set up in the middle of nowhere. It's one of those cameras that people set up in the woods to catch pictures of wild animals or strange happenings when no one's around. But what it captured this time is not your usual forest critter or a hiker passing by. Get ready for a serious case of the heebie-jeebies. It shows a figure that looks almost human, crawling on all fours through the forest in the dead of night. The thing that really gives you the chills is how skinny and bony the figure looks, and when it turns to stare right into the camera. Total nightmare material. So is this some mysterious creature caught on tape, or is someone playing a really well-done prank? It's up to you to figure it out. Jin, who lives in Mankato, Minnesota, was spending a peaceful evening at home, just enjoying some quiet time. Everything seemed normal until something unusual caught her eye. She was glancing at her daughter's baby monitor, a gadget parents use to watch and listen to their babies from another room. What she saw on the screen was unexpected and didn't make sense. It wasn't the usual view of her daughter sleeping or playing quietly. Instead, there was something strange. Something Jen had never seen before on the baby monitor. This moment turned her quiet night into one filled with curiosity and a bit of worry, as she tried to figure out what exactly was happening in her daughter's room.
Are you okay? What's wrong? No, it's okay. I was just checking on you. Good night. I love you.
It's scary.
Huh?
It's scary.
You're scary?
Huh?
Why?
It's a monster. It's really scary.
There's no monster in the window. I'll look. See? I'll look.
On the baby monitor screen, Jean spotted something really strange. It looked like a cat, but this was no ordinary cat. It seemed to just walk right through her daughter Everly's bedroom door, as if the door wasn't even there. Puzzled and a little worried, Jean decided to ask Everly if she had seen the cat too. Instead of talking about the cat, though 3-year-old Everly had something else to share, she said, "There's a monster in the window, and it's scaring me." What's even more strange is that Jean remembered their family cat, which they all loved dearly, had passed away last summer. And ever since then, she admitted that weird and bad things have been happening around their house, but they never actually saw anything strange until now, caught on the baby monitor. This was the first time anything like this had ever been recorded, making Jen wonder if there was more to Everly's monster in the window and the cat-like figure passing through doors.
All right, so Dad, if you remember the
I'm telling you,
stupid rap.
I could do it all. I think it was like 88, 89, maybe, I don't think it was 90, maybe 87, 88, 89. They had this record that was a square. It was from McDonald's, but they put it in the Columbus Dispatch. But anyway, it's like a piece of paper, but you put it on like a 33, and it had like the Big Mac song on it. And if you could recite it and go into the store, like the restaurant, and recite it, they give you free food or something. I still know the whole song.
This has got to be the nerdiest I've ever heard in my entire life.
Check it out.
Go.
Are you posting this?
I'm gonna post it.
Well, just a disclaimer, I'm fat and I don't give a shit. So
oh god.
This out. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Big Mac McDLT, quarter pounder with some cheese fillet, a fish, a hamburger, a cheeseburger, a Happy Meal, McNuggets, tasty golden French and French.
Did you see that? Are you kidding me right now? Holy shit.
Mandy, her husband Brant, and their daughter were all enjoying some family time together, just relaxing and having fun, when out of nowhere, something really odd happened. A cup that was sitting on the table, with no one touching it, or even near it, suddenly shot up into the air all by itself, and then crashed down to the floor.
We were having a family night, and I decided to recite the 1989 or 8 McDonald's menu song, and they thought it was funny. And my daughter, who was here, decided to
record him,
video me,
yeah,
and put it on her stupid TikTok or whatever, wherever she puts it on. But yeah, I was in the middle of trying to do the song and just have fun with it, and I heard something. I guess you'll see me in the video. Pay attention. I looked down at the table when I stopped singing, and why I did that is because I heard something. I didn't see a cup move or anything like that, but if you go back and look at the video, you can see the cup move a couple times. But I heard it audibly on the table. I thought it was something like a mouse, or we don't have mice or pets. Basically, a little bit later, the thing moves again. I react, and then it flies off the table, and I about pissed my pants because I've never, ever experienced anything like that.
We flew out of the living room.
Yeah, we actually left the living room. I was thinking about going to the Howard Johnson because we stayed up all night, didn't sleep very well. That really scared me, and I'm skeptical about this stuff. But when cups are flying around, there's something going on. So this is where I was sitting on the floor. This is the table. The solo cup would have been about right here. My daughter was sitting kind of in the middle of that couch, and my wife was sitting on that end over there. And this is the scene. This is our little living room. No ghosts, but this is where it happened.
Even now, Mandy and her family are completely stumped about what made the cup move like that. Flipping into the air